Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos World. As promised, today I give you my first drive review of the Hyundai Santro AMT variant or the automatic manual transmission variant. I've already done a detailed first drive review of the manual transmission variant, and you can watch that video by following the link in the description portion below, where I tell you everything that you need to know about the sensational new launch from Hyundai. Today, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive straight into the action, and I'll be driving the AMT model, and I'll be sharing my first drive impression as to how it feels, whether it is jittery, whether it's smooth. So let's go ahead and find out. Let's see what the real deal is about the Hyundai Santro AMT. So let's get started. We are in neutral now. The car is extremely silent. That's the best part about this Santro, new Santro. And the entire feel of the cabin, be it the interiors, the dash quality, the steering feel, it looks ultra premium. I mean, look at these buttons. They look absolutely wonderful. This entire thing, the phone controls and the volume controls and the mode and everything, it looks top class. So all you need to do is slot it into drive mode, and okay, we have this creep function. It is working. I've hit the brake, so I'm just letting go of the brake. Yes, it takes a head start. So we do have a creep function. That is a major plus for an automatic. That is a necessity also. So we're changing now. We move to second, third. We have a gear position indicator. That's again another plus. That is a necessity again. That's really good. We're in fourth gear, and now in fifth. There is a slight feel that the gear change is happening, but the best part about the Santro is that Hyundai have got it almost spot on, because I haven't experienced such a refined or such a smooth AMT before. I have reviewed the Maruti cars that come with AMTs, but in there you can clearly feel the gear change happening. It's a little more jerky. It is kind of intrusive. So yes, it comes as a trade-off, because you have the great convenience of a automatic, but then for that, and without you having to compromise on mileage, I believe the AMT is the best option that one can think of, or one can get for themselves. So the trade-off is you have to let go of that enthusiasm feel or a perfectionist kind of a feel, and just accept things just the way they are, because here the gear changes, again, you do feel them a wee bit, but it's not to the point of bothering you or getting on to you. It's more, you're caught up more enjoying the convenience factor, that you just forget about, or at least choose to forget this minor kind of a shortcoming. So regarding the gear changes, my verdict, Hyundai Santro has to be the best feel in terms of other rivals that offer AMTs. So that's saying something, and Hyundai have done a fabulous job in trying to make the gear changes as smooth as possible. So I just want to overtake this guy. We just shifted down to third, and it allowed us, or gave us enough juice to make that quick overtake. So that's another very good thing, because AMTs sometimes just get a little lethargic or less responsive. They don't react the way you want it to. In case of a manual, you can just immediately shift down, but here the car senses that you need a move on, or you need that extra bit of power to make that quick overtake, and it shifts down and gives you that. So that's another major thing. Again, talking about the cabin quality, I can just sing praises about this all day long. That's how good the cabin of the Santro is. It's of course one notch higher. The car actually feels as if it belongs to a higher segment, maybe as that of a premium hatch. So that's how great a job that Hyundai have done with the interiors. Okay. And it shifts up a little early to my taste. Maybe I wish they had offered some kind of a sport mode or something. So there's no sport mode, which would have allowed us to hold the gear for a longer time. But we'll check out the manual mode in a moment. So each time I floor the pedal, the car just shifts down to give me that extra bit of juice. And steering feel is very good, spot on, with a good feedback. In the city, it gives you the convenience of being light and easy on the go, allowing you to steer through the chock-a-block city traffic a lot more easily. And at higher speeds, obviously it weighs up to give you that extra bit of confidence and stability. So this guy is right in between. Let's see if we can get an opening. I'll try overtaking this guy and let's see how the car performs to my throttle inputs. Oh my god, that was interesting. It almost reacted like a sports car. Almost shifted down to second, did it? And it just flew past the auto guy. I wouldn't suggest you do something like this. We're just putting the extreme tests into action here because it'll eat up into your mileage, and it's always good to go nice and easy on the throttle instead of giving those sudden jerks and accelerations. It's now nice and open roads, vast open roads. We can get an empty stretch. We'll just check as to how well the car performs at high speeds. So can we just shift into manual on the go this way? Okay, so just tap it into right. We are in the manual mode. So this is not just a car that looks amazing, it also drives very well, and that is what we expect, because the Santro is not just a car, it's a legend. It's been the first car for many families out there, and it's almost like a family member to them. So when Hyundai have decided to resurrect this legend back to life, the expectations were running sky high, and I am pretty damn sure Hyundai have delivered on all fronts, be it practicality, be it performance, be it comfort, be it the features. Everything is on par with the expectations that the loyal Hyundai fanboys or Santro fanboys had during the time of launch. So we're still in fourth. Does it hold the gear for longer? Yeah, it is holding the gear for longer. That's another major plus. The acceleration is quite good, the control is good, and the best part that impresses me the most about this new Santro is the suspension. The damping settings are absolutely spot on to give you complete control and confidence at higher speeds. At the same time, it has just the right amount of setting to absorb all the undulations that the city roads have on offer. So that is another major plus. I must say the suspension setup of the Santro is well ahead of this segment, and very impressive for a car in this segment. Can we just overtake the Swift? Good, it holds up to 4000 RPM. Beyond that, it'll be like abusing this car. So taking a tight corner, not much body roll apparent. Again, job well done by Hyundai. Usually the tall boy stance, there is a little bit of body roll, but this one, it's well controlled. That's another major plus for this car. Brakes are quite good, very much confidence inspiring, and the ABS intrusion is also very smooth, it happens very smoothly. Just shift it back to manual, because manual is more enjoyable. Just shift down whenever we want. The car's refinement is absolutely amazing. cabin is so quiet. I mean, you don't even feel as if the engine is on. That's how quiet the engine is, and that's another phenomenal thing about the car. Again, a rough patch just went past like this, as if we didn't feel anything at all. So suspension setup, I would say 10 out of 10 for the Santro. Best in class, undoubtedly. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. The brakes are also very impressive. Even while cornering, you can see that the car holds the line perfectly. That's another major plus. The seats are extremely comfortable. They offer you just the kind of back support that you need. Now, talking about the few cons of this car, there's no steering height adjustment and there's no seat height adjustment. So just in case if you're looking for that, well, that's a miss here. So again, we have an empty stretch in front of us. Literally float the pedal. Doing 120 effortlessly. You can see this is what happens. These guys came out of nowhere. If I hadn't slowed down, if I had gotten a little too carried away, these kids would have been in trouble. They're not even wearing helmets. Anyway, we need to act mature. So, getting back to the car, everything is spot on. The chassis is great. The chassis stability is great. And yes, rest of the information you'll find in my detailed overview and first drive review of the manual transmission. And yes, just cut down on the speed, so I think we need to shift down there. The car offers great pull. See, I just flooring the pedal and it's just pulling effortlessly. Great stability, controlled body roll, amazing suspension, confidence inspiring brakes, perfect steering feedback. Things just couldn't get better. And of course, an ultra premium feeling cabin. And we have an empty stretch. Again, I'm trying to push it a little further. I think it's a little too dangerous now because we have a little more traffic. So we've done 120 effortlessly. I'm sure it will pull up to 140. So high speed stability, a big thumbs up from my side. And the chassis stability, the chassis structure, everything is spot on. So nothing much to complain about. Yes, you do feel a little bit of a hiccup while the gear changes happen, but it happens very smoothly. So hardly you'll notice this in city traffic when you're enjoying the convenience of an automatic. The best part about the AMT is that you don't have to worry about the mileage taking a hit because the mileage claim for both the manual as well as the automatic manual transmission is the same. So that is always the case with all AMTs, if you would have noticed it even with Maruti. That's because in case of an AMT, we do have a gearbox, but the gear changes are done by an onboard computer. So the mileage doesn't take a hit. It just gives you the convenience of an automatic without you having to compromise on mileage. So that is the best thing about automatic manual transmission. And I'm so happy that Hyundai have decided to include AMT in one of their blockbuster products, the Santro. I'm sure it's going to sell like crazy, especially the AMT variants. It'll be absolutely super convenient for all the senior citizens out there, elderly people and senior citizens out there. It'll also be extremely easy for rookies out there to learn the basics of steering control and other control while the car does the gear shifting for you. The sun is setting and the scene is just about perfect. Couldn't ask for a better company than driving the all-new Santro that many of them are craving to drive out there. But I feel I'm really lucky to get my hands on the AMT variant. Special thanks to Sabu Hyundai for allowing me to review the AMT model. You can call the number appearing on the screen to get the exact on-road price of this very car. Another important piece of information that this gentleman told me. So we don't have an AMT variant in Asta. We have an AMT variant up to sports trim. So the problem is we don't get a rear view camera in the AMT variant. that is kind of a bummer. If only Hyundai could have included it, maybe they can include it in future upgrades. It will be great because that adds to the convenience that much more, because the driving experience is absolutely satisfying, and if we can get the convenience of that rear view camera also, that would definitely add to the convenience a whole lot more. Can we add it on as an accessory?
Yes.
Okay, so we can add it on as an accessory, so that is more than sufficient. I think we can pay that extra amount and get complete peace of mind and get a rear view camera, which is brilliant, to be honest. It gets it gives you very good visibility with dynamic guidelines even at night, to allow you to park your car even in tight parking spaces with pinpoint precision. Another important thing that I wanted to share is about the cabin cooling, because the AC vents are nice and huge. This particular corner aircon vents are they resemble that of the Mercedes A-Class, so that's how futuristic and radical they look. So that again speaks of Hyundai trying to go the extra mile in satisfying their customers, trying to offer everything that they can think of. The best part is the safety thing, because driver airbag and ABS are offered as standard right from the base variant, which speaks about the brand caring for their customers right to the very core. So almost everything that you hope for has been thrown in by Hyundai in the Hyundai Santro to make it a blockbuster hit and to become a resounding success all over again. So that's pretty much it. This is something I wanted to share about the AMT variant of the Hyundai Santro. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and drive safe.